Hello everyone and welcome back to Mystery at 4. If you missed our last video, click the link in the iCard or follow the link in the description. Please feel free to follow all of our social media at Mystery at 4 to see updates and join in conversations about cases that may not always make it to YouTube. Today's video is the disappearance of Lauria Bible and Ashley Freeman. Lauria Bible and Ashley Freeman were American teenagers who disappeared between the evening of December 29 and the early hours of December 30, 1999, from Freeman's home in Welch, Oklahoma. Firefighters arrived at the Freeman home shortly after 5:30 a.m. on December 30, when a passerby reported a fire at the residence. After the fire had been extinguished, the bodies of Freeman's parents, Danny and Kathy, were recovered. Both had been shot to death at close range. However, law enforcement was unable to find any trace of Bible or Freeman in the rubble of the home. On April 26, 2018, it was reported that Ronnie Dean Busick was being charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder in the killings of Bible and of the Freeman family. On December 29, 1999, high school friends Lauria Bible and Ashley Freeman spent the evening together celebrating Freeman's 16th birthday. Bible received permission from her parents to spend the night at Freeman's home. Earlier that day, the girls had spent time at a local pizzeria with Freeman's mother Kathy. At approximately 5:30 a.m. on December 30, 1999, a passerby called 9-1-1 reporting that the Freeman home was engulfed in flames. Law enforcement determined the fire had been an arson. Inside the home, the charred remains of Kathy were discovered lying on the floor of her bedroom. She had been shot in the head. Initially, no other remains were located, leading local law enforcement to extrapolate that Ashley's father, Danny Freeman, had slain his wife and fled with both girls. Bible's parked car was in the driveway of the home with the keys in the ignition. On December 31, Bible's parents Laureen and Jay returned to the scene, hoping to find any additional clues that law enforcement may have missed. Amidst walking around the extensive rubble, they discovered what appeared to be another body and notified the police. The second body was determined to be that of Danny. Like his wife, he had also been shot in the head execution style. Following this discovery, the crime scene was re-examined, yet no sign of Bible or Freeman was found. In 2010, the Freeman family initiated court proceedings to have Ashley declared legally dead. In the decade following the disappearance of Bible and Freeman, 2 convicted killers Tommy Lynn Sells and Jeremy Jones confessed to murdering them, but subsequently recanted their admissions. Jones had claimed that he murdered Freeman's parents as a favor for a friend over drug debt, then took the girls to Kansas, where he shot them and threw their bodies into an abandoned mine. Searches of the mine took place after Jones identified it, but nothing was found, and it was proved unfruitful. Later Jones subsequently admitted he had fabricated the story in order to get better food and additional phone privileges in prison. In a 2001 profile on Unsolved Mysteries, it was mentioned that rumors had circulated among locals that the Craig County Police Department had been feuding with the Freemans at the time over the death of their son, Shane, who was shot by a deputy after stealing a car. While his death was ruled justifiable, the Freemans had threatened to file a wrongful death lawsuit. Danny's brother, Dwayne, claimed that Danny had confided that deputies had tried to intimidate him. In April 2018, it was reported that Ronnie Dean Busick, age 66, had been arrested and charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of Bible and the Freeman family. 2 other suspects, Warren Philip Welch II, who died in 2007, and David Pennington, who died 2015, were also identified. According to the Washington Post, at least a dozen witnesses claimed all 3 men bragged about raping and murdering Bible and Freeman and went so far as taking Polaroid pictures of them. Several witnesses alleged that the 3 men killed the Freemans over drug money, and that the girls were held captive in Welch's trailer for several days before being murdered. A female witness who lived with Welch a short time after the disappearances provided a sworn affidavit that she heard conversations between the 3 men where they disclosed that the murder victims had owed them money, and that Welch kept a briefcase containing the Polaroid photos which showed both girls bound and gagged with duct tape and lying on a bed, with Welch lying next to the girls in some of the photographs. According to the affidavit, Welch, Pennington, and Busick had claimed to have raped and tortured the girls before disposing of their remains in a pit or mine shaft in Pitcher, Oklahoma. Law enforcement also stated they believed the girls' remains could have been dumped in a cellar that was later covered in concrete. In a public address, the Bible family issued a statement in which they stated they had been aware of the alleged photographs for years, and that at this time all focus is on finding Lauria and Ashley. We welcome all information leading to their recovery. Until they are home with us, this will never be over. After his arrest, Busick told reporters he wished to speak to the Bibles. On April 26, 2018, Bible's mother, Laureen, confirmed she spoke with Busick, but that he denied knowing the whereabouts of her daughter or Freeman. The disappearances of Bible and Freeman were profiled on America's Most Wanted in 2000, and on Unsolved Mysteries in 2001. The case was later featured on the series Vanished with Beth Holloway. In 2013, it was profiled on the documentary series Disappeared on Investigation Discovery. In September 2018, one of the main witnesses in the case against Ronnie Busick, as well as the cold case investigators who filed the charges, gave their first interviews to the Tulsa World for a special report. The case was featured in a new 4-part series on HLA entitled Hell in the Heartland starting June 2, 2019, which hoped to shed more light on the disappearances of the girls and the main suspects. The show was hosted by the creator of the show and crime writer Jax Miller, who is also writing a book on the girls' disappearances which will be released in July 2020 titled Hell in the Heartland, Murder, Meth, and the Case of Two Missing Girls. That's all for today's video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Join us down below to have your say on what you think happened in this case. Once again, if you could follow our social media, it would be much appreciated. Stay tuned for what's to come and I hope to see you soon.